Dr. Madnar 1977 here. Had a little bit of troubles in my last recording, so anyways, not much has changed. I did make my hardcore hero here, so we're going to start our Let's Play of Diablo 3. Just skip the intro. You guys saw the intro for the female monk in the last video, so I don't think I need to replay that same intro again. Pretty much just going to rush through this first little section here, get to where we left off in the last video, and then we'll continue from there. Pretty much just do some kung fu moves on these zombies here, kill them nice and dead. Dr. Cap Rumford.
It fell on the old cathedral. Captain Rumford, more dead are coming. We can't open the gates until we drive them back. They keep coming. I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards,
Pretty
open the
simple.
gates. Find Leah at the slaughter
Alright,
house.
like I said in the last video, when you have a bunch of other characters, you can share a stash, you share the gold between all the characters. The only difference is if you make a hardcore character, you do not share your stash with your other characters, and you do not share your gold. But if you do have another hardcore character, you will share your stash and your gold with the hardcore characters. So regular game can only share gold and stash items with regular game characters, but hardcore you can share between each other. As you notice, I don't have that high of level of another hardcore character, so I only got about 2,000 gold, but that will at least give me a little bit of a start.
Found some interesting things on my latest dig. You should take a look.
Some armor. And there I am. I'm broke. Let's equip the pieces. And there we go. So my chest will give me 3 armor, regenerates 1 life per second. Pretty much useless. At least it's a little bit of armor. My gloves give me 4 armor, increases gold and health pickups by 2 yards. So it's not bad, but we're on normal, and you're not going to get much gold from pickups on normal too much. The other difference in this game is to regular weapons, like when you see like the white or the gray colored weapons drop on the ground, I don't even bother picking them up. They're completely and utterly useless in this game, and they're not even worth it for vendor trash. You'll get maybe 1 to 10 gold per item. Like that's even if you get level 55, white or just gray normals. Still, you're only going to be able to sell them for maybe 10 or 11 gold pieces. Completely and utterly worthless. Don't even touch them. They'll take up space in your bags, and really you'll get nothing for them. Only pick up blue, yellow items. If you're lucky enough to come across a red item, good for you. Those are legendaries, but they're very few and far between. I've only ever seen them from actually buying them off at the auction house. I've never actually got one to drop yet. There's always a first, right? So let's go here. See what I got in my stash. Quiver, completely useless. So we'll go talk to Leah.
Are you Leah? Rumford said you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Alright, kill some more zombies.
My strength has increased.
Help to grab the gold.
the dead will overwhelm us all unless something is done.
I will send them back to their graves. I will save your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
So like I said in the last video, you get skills, you unlock skills at certain levels. Defense at 4, techniques at 9, focus at 14, your first mantra at 19, your first passive at 10, second at 20, and third at 30. So each of these have trees in them. You start with Fist of Thunder in this one. Level 3 you'll get Deadly Reach, level 11 Crippling Wave, and level 15 you'll get Way of the Hundred Fists. So of course right now we'll stick with Fist of Thunder. The other thing is, I'll show you a little bit later, but you'll get skill runes to add to each of your skills. As soon as we unlock one at level 6, I'll explain those in more detail to you. So go to the second one, grab my skill from my right mouse click button, that's your tail kick, and accept. Alright. Go into the next room, grab Leo's book.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
16 militiamen went out. Only Rumford came back. Back at up.
The only reason why I'm grabbing these books is basically the XP. As you notice, you get about 1,000 XP per one.
We have come at last to Tristram's old cathedral. This is where Diablo, Lord of Terror, first corrupted mankind. This is where I may finally find the answers I seek. Leah worries after my safety, but I believe information vital to defeating the last lords of the burning hells can be found here.
So I'll talk to Rumford
I will
again.
help you fight the risen dead.
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
That will not be my fate.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors. They're attacking the barricades!
Alright. Go kill us some more zombies again.
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
So like I said before, you'll run across some gray or white named items, like this, completely and utterly worthless. Don't even pick it up. Like I said, you won't get any gold for it. You'll get 1 to 11 gold each, and that's, like I said, even at level 55 items of that kind. You only get 1 to 11 gold each. It's not like Diablo 2 where you could actually pick that stuff up, sell it, and get a decent, sale for them. Really, selling items in this game is almost completely worthless. If you get into smithing, basically want to take all your blue, yellows that you don't need and whatnot, take them to him and get them broken down into materials so you can create your own armor with those other materials that you gain from salvaging the equipment. Or sell them on the auction house where you'll actually get some money. You don't really want to bother vendor trashing anything unless you just don't really care about it. So, the other thing, like I explained in the first video, but in case you just didn't check it out first, this here is your spirit pool for your monk. Your first left click button on your mouse will give you a skill that generates the spirit, and your right click button is a skill that will use up the spirit. Later on you'll get more skills here, and all of those need spirit to be able to be used. Of course, this is your health. So as I use this, you'll notice that my spirit depletes, and that of course fills it up again. Got some new lore, probably Deckard Cain.
I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen
Not
dead
enough
were only
spirits.
the beginning.
Also, if you remember in my first video, I pretty much stopped around this area before I went back to town, and you might have seen a little glowing blue kind of light coming from this area in the first one. Like I said, the maps don't change in this game at all. The only things that do are the locations of the dungeons. So, for example, the dungeon in my first video, there was an extra dungeon in this area here, but now, because I'm on a different game, it's probably moved somewhere else. Besides that, map doesn't change at all. It's not like Diablo 1. Um, I believe 2 changed somewhat too. It's been a while since I played it. But in part 3, not much of a change happens to your maps. Got 3 gold. Really useless. If you're just starting to play this game, definitely go for it. I would suggest running through normal. Don't spend too much time on it, trying to get loot or stuff like that. The loot that you're going to get in normal is pretty much worthless. It's not the best. You do want to level up so you're ready for Nightmare, but you don't want to just go overboard. Basically, anything you want to do, you can do in Nightmare. That's when you're going to actually start getting decent gear. And as long as you're at a decent level when you start Nightmare, you'll be totally fine. It's only until Hell that you're going to start to have problems if you're not properly geared. Some new lore, so let's look at it.
Dear reader, I am Abd al-Hazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Kanduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
Alright, so as you notice on our quest so far, we have one more of the wretched mothers to kill. And we'll just about be done the quest. A couple of those more. Oh! Get his torso, but his upper body came out. So if you notice, these say knockback minions, so if they hit me, they have a chance to just knock me flying. You'll see enemies with certain skills like that, special abilities. For example, this is one of our first kind of unique enemies. Has knockback and probably will drop some decent equipment when I kill him. A little bit harder than the other ones, but not too terribly much harder. And just gold, crap. I forgot. On hardcore, their chances on dropping like, yellows and blues are a little bit less than regular difficulty. Regular, they'll drop like candy. On this one, they'll drop later on quite a bit, but not as much.
Me to new heights.
So you notice once again we unlocked another skill. into here, we unlock Deadly Reach. So strike multiple enemies in a row with each attack. So of course I'm going to take that over Fist of Thunder.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Just gotta wait. As you change skills and whatnot, there will be a little bit of recharging phase in there before you can use it. Let's go up this way. Up by a little burning carriage.
Those wretched creatures are no more.
So as you notice, it's got a little bit of a range attack to this one. Not too bad. Ooh, old keepsake box. We got a journal.
Praise the powers that be. Griswold, bless his dear heart, risked everything to bring that dear boy home from the cathedral. Though he is troubled and moody now, I am certain it will pass, and he will once again be the sweet wort we all love. Empty. Did those creatures steal the treasure?
So as you notice from that one, we got a little bit more of the other one. Boss bounce. Let's check it out. 6 armor. Monster skills, grab 2 experience. Not much of a difference, but for now we'll take it. Like I said, later on you'll get much better equipment. Let's see, actually, do I have any equipment with any stats on it right now? No, we don't. As we get into the equipment that has stats, and I'll explain what each stat point does. Of course, for most games, strength is for your damage. Well, of course, we're using a monk, so dexterity is what's going to add to our damage. Strength would add to our defense. Intelligence would add to our immunities for spells like fire, lightning, ice, and such. The gold. Destroy some more chests.
The ruins of old Tristram. The shadow of Diablo still hangs over the streets.
And there's the Wretched Queen. Dropped absolutely nothing for me. So, go down here, grab that. Like I said, search around, find there's dungeons usually hidden around the place, so, you know, get some extra XP, get extra gear. I'm not going to really bother hunting them all down because, like I said, even though it's hardcore, it's still normal. It's going to be a waste of time. So we'll use this teleporter and go back to town. And in the quest.
Thank you for your help. But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him.
Alright, 370 gold and 1,125 experience. Talk to Leah.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Alright, now she joins our party for a bit. But we'll end it right here for today. Continue on later on. So this is Dr. Matt 1977. Have a good day.